Good day, good people. Welcome to Good for Good. Today's LOOT of the day is a whole booster box of Frieren Weiss Schwarz trading card game. Let's take a look at the booster box artwork. About 2 weeks ago, I was opening the Frieren Trial deck, and you can catch that unboxing on my channel. And it is time to check out the cards that we got. So I've already opened all the packs, to save time, and we are greeted with a box topper. Let's start opening. And the box topper that I got was Himel. Let's see the close-up. He's standing smartly on a patch of blue flowers and green grass. And the pack artwork looks like this, and it's Frieren. Top of the packaging is gold, which suits the outline of her outfit. And Frieren is standing on top of... Hold on, is she floating or standing? On top of daisies or white flowers. So we have a pair. Let's get into the real deal now. I'll be going through the common cards first. And as usual, whenever I have cards, we will have the zoom in appreciation of artwork. Frieren is the main protagonist of Frieren Beyond Journey's End. She was the mage of the hero party and travelled alongside hero Himel, warrior Asen and priest Hater in a 10-year journey to defeat the Demon King. I'll share the synopsis of Beyond Journey's End. After spending a decade journeying together and defeating the Demon King, the hero party consisting of Frieren the mage, Himel the hero, Hater the priest and Asen the warrior return to the royal capital where they are celebrated and praised. The party reminisce their journey and watch the era meteors, a phenomenon that occurs once every 50 years, with Frieren promising to show them the site again at a better viewing location. There's food! Afterwards, they go their separate ways and Frieren continues her journey for the pursuit of magic. A still youthful Frieren returns to the royal city 50 years later to retrieve a quest item entrusted to Himel, now a much older man, for safekeeping. They reunite with Hater and Asen, with Hater having also aged considerably, and they make the journey to the viewpoint Frieren mentioned 50 years ago, once again watching the era meteors and reliving their adventuring experiences together. I like this card. And I was hoping it would have been a puzzle card, where the full circle is complete. Not long after, Himel passes away peacefully and the hero party and townsfolk gather and mourn him at his funeral. Why is his nose drawn so weirdly? During the procession, Frieren breaks into tears and voices her regret over not getting to know him on a deep level during their time together, even though she knew his human lifespan was much shorter in comparison to her elven lifespan. As she bids farewell with Hater and Asen once more, she vows to commit more effort into understanding humans in her future adventures. 20 years after Himel's death, Frieren goes to visit Hater and meets his adopted apprentice, a young girl named Fern. Given that Fern is undergoing training to become a mage, Hater requests Frieren to take her on as an apprentice, especially since he will pass soon. Frieren denies this request, citing the fact that Fern will likely die in battle in her current state. Hater respects her decision and asks if she could instead decipher a grimoire detailing immortality and resurrection for him to make use of, while also having her train Fern during the process, to which Frieren accepts. Frieren later searches for Fern and discovers her on a cliff. She notes the child's prowess in general mage capabilities and mana consumption, a feat that could have only been accomplished through intense training. Fern explains a task given to her by Hater. Once she is able to knock down a giant rock on the other side of the ravine, she will be able to manage herself out on the battlefield. She demonstrates an offensive spell that disintegrates slightly short of the rock and requests if Frieren could give directions on how she could train. Frieren learns that Fern has a fairly decent level of enjoyment surrounding magic, and she begins instructing her. Over the next 4 years, Frieren continues training Fern, who has an unnatural and almost unhealthy passion towards magic and her training. When Frieren is progressing through the grimoire and discussing Fern's growth with Hater, he suddenly collapses. Oh no! Frieren asks Fern to spend time with Hater and away from training, but she refuses and insists that she must become capable of managing herself. She details how Hater saved her and that becoming independent is a form of repayment to him, so he wouldn't have to worry about her. Frieren acknowledges her thoughts and returns to deciphering the grimoire while Fern continues to train. Ultimately, Frieren manages to finish the grimoire and informs Hater that there were neither records of immortality nor resurrection. Hater discloses that he was already aware of this fact, and upon him questioning Frieren about Fern's current capabilities, Frieren realizes Hater used the grimoire as a method to stall Frieren long enough for Fern to become a proficient mage. Although he asks Frieren to live with Fern before his death, Frieren urges him to spend as much time with her and give her a proper farewell as she breaks into tears. As Fern spends time with Hater, Frieren checks on the rock and is happy to see that Fern has successfully pierced a giant hole through it. After Hater's death, Frieren pours alcohol on his grave as an offering and departs with Fern, now a teenage girl. 6 years after her initial encounter with Fern and 26 years following Himmel's passing, Frieren engages in various jobs alongside Fern within the Turk region of the Central Lands in exchange for grimoires that enable them to perform trivial forms of magic. After completing one of their jobs, an elderly woman approaches them and requests their assistance in cleaning a statue dedicated to the late Himmel. Upon successfully cleaning the statue, the lady voices her desire to embellish it with a flower bed, and Frieren proposes blue moonweed, a local flower from Himmel's hometown. And the story continues, and you can continue reading from the fandom website. I think any card with light illustrations are always nice. This is another nice card. Those were the common and uncommon cards. Now we'll take a look at the rare cards. These are the ones with the holo effect. This is a nice one. And here we have the SRs. This card seems to have a nice hollow effect. This is like budget foil. I like how his hands are just below the level of the card. And the last card features the superstar of the show, which I didn't plan for. And it's the same artwork as the pack. And there was one more card inside. Okay, this is a different anime. This is an anime television series called Licorice Recoil. And it's one of the promo cards. And that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you can like, subscribe, leave me a comment, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye bye! Click one of the videos for more content.